Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Next Gen SMP. We are certainly struggling for power right now. This is kind of cooling down because I hit max energy. But over here in between episodes, I kind of had to make some good old brand new evaporation chambers because they produce a good amount of energy for us around the base here. What happened well, I realized that our refined storage taking up a lot more power than I thought it was. I guess altogether, this takes up like 120 RF a tick. And between the little solar panels outside that one evaporation chamber and this guy who I haven't refilled on coal once yet, they weren't producing a lot of energy. So I do want to reorganize some stuff here today a little bit, but power is a priority right now. Let's just say. But we'll get to that after we get through Factorium. Once at Factorium, once I start putting stuff down, I'll kind of understand how I want this wall to be laid out, and then I can kind of reorganize my power around that. So Factorium is a fun mod. Let's get started on that. So the crusher, the grinder, the pulverizer, they're like the kind of all the pulverizer, grinder, crusher of the mod, I guess, is the best way to put it. So we might want to start off with the smelter instead. So what we can do is we can actually get copper rods the old fun way, which is I believe, yeah, we can do it like this. Okay, I guess there's conflicting recipes for copper rods, so we'll have to do it the no bueno way, but we can start on that, and then we can get ourselves these heating elements. So we want to get one. Okay, yeah, let's I didn't say I said I wasn't gonna do this, but the fact that I'm gonna do this 5 more times, yeah, not worth it. So let's do that. And is there a better? No, I guess it's actually probably is the best recipe for copper whatever's in the game. So heating elements, I'm gonna need to make at least 2 more of them right now. Start that. Okay, cool. And we're gonna want to make ourselves the smelter we're starting with. And oh nope, don't want to do that. So let's do that. Let's make the smelter. I think we can autocraft the rest of all of this. So I'll just get me the smelter. Okay, start, please. Smelter, please. There we go. Okay, cool. So now if I were to take you and plug you into 1, 2, 3. Let's put just a bit of space there. So for smelter, put you down. You get power from my my pipes. And now if I actually wanted to, I could grab you. And this would be a good time to do this. And in fact, at some point, I'm going to actually have to upgrade this crafter to a higher tier because of the fact that there's going to be way more than just a few different things we want to smelt. Like 4 different things, but we could hold it off for just a second. Okay, I'm going to put you down right there. And cool. So on the other side of this, I'm going to have 3 of our crushers, because I don't know if they have different recipes for each tier, and if they do, or if they don't, that's good. If they do, oh well. But cool. So this is kind of clearing up this wall back here a little bit, which is good. I'll be right back in a minute, though, because I have a few other things I want to figure out before we get full on today, I guess. Okay, so I was trying to figure out where everything's going to go, and then I came into this realization that this is going to be really annoying to figure out unless we make an interface. So I did think this was going to happen. I did know at some point we're going to need to make an interface, but we're missing 3 iron. Well, let me tell you what. We got 39 here at least, so hey yo. Interface, let's make one of these. Start. I can actually throw my importer in there if that makes it a little bit easier. What are we crafting right now? Crafting monitor. Aha! Yeah, you don't have the importer on you yet. So, we're gonna have to actually cancel probably that in a second. And you're not very fast. We can upgrade you. Energy use, yeah, so we're going to upgrade you later, but for now, I wanted you to go through here because of the whole entire reason of why we're doing this in the first place, so okay, cool. So what we want to do is we're gonna get the interface. Start. There we go, interface. So what we could do is if we wanted to, we can take our, well, I guess we wanted to do it right here in particular, right? So we'll do it right here. Do it there. We're gonna need a cable. Right, a cable. We're gonna need a facade for it as well. Or a cover, what are they called? A cover is cool. So what we want to do is we want to take you there. Sorry, we want to take you, put you there. Cover that up. And the neat thing about an interface is basically whatever goes into it, right? We can basically put into the system, right? So if I were to take item pipes and then do this, and which is kind of why I wanted to put that in the ground ever so slightly, so I can just do a little bit of this, right? So if I were to take, what's something I can smelt up a few of quick? some cobble. Let's take some cobble and turn it into smooth stone, right? So here's what we do, right? We throw this in here, and it's gonna take a while, of course, but it smelts it, right? And I can do some good old, right? So that goes like that, and as you can see, stone is going into the system now, right? It goes in the interface, and it just acts like an importer onto the system, which means all I have to do now is close that up, and it works perfectly fine. That's really nice for us, because that just means I get to throw more machines down here, and all of them all go at one set of pipes instead of having multiple importers for different machines, which is much, much more cost efficient, which means I can rewire this so much better, because now I don't have to worry about certain things, about like getting like cables over there and stuff. I really actually don't need cables past a certain point now, because once we start more crafters down there, we're going to have cables for a little bit. And I should probably rework this so that I can see the battery, and probably should even have this generator moved somewhere along the other side of this wall, because our coal's over there anyways. I guess that's if we're going right out of the barrel. We don't have to come right out of the barrel. We can also go right out of the system. So maybe when I move this up over here somewhere, I don't quite know yet, because again, this is all very kind of, nuanced and stuff. But I'm gonna rework some stuff, and then I'll come back and show you what changes I made, and then we'll move on to Factorium work, because kind of just getting the basis for where I want a Factorium to be, because I know I'm going to need the alloy smelter now, and the extruder, and the mixer, which is at least 1, 2, 3 more blocks. So yeah, I think we're gonna want to keep most stuff along this wall if we can, but we'll see what happens here in a hot second. Okay, I'm trying to reorganize that back there, and I realized that. Oh, are you still going? Cancel all. I want to actually probably start on RF Tools power to a degree, because I realized as I was starting to reorganize that without our tools power, this can be a little annoying. We're not gonna be able to keep our power and stuff, and we should probably just look into a way to keep our power. The cyclic power cells are nice, but the RF tools ones are much better. So we want to look into getting power cells. Not a hard thing to get our hands on, but just gonna be much nicer in the long run to have our hands on power cells as opposed to just what we have right now, which is not much. So, last thing we're going to need is know how to make blue dye from Lapis, and that works. So, as long as we have at least one low-tier power cell will be good. So, if I can get a power cell, start one of these. Actually, what I want to do is I want to turn my battery off of charge, because I want to automatically charge my... How do I turn you off? Okay, I guess I can't turn you off. Oh well, that's fine, I guess. Cool, power cell. So what I want to do is, I think... Actually, let's get rid of you. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's put you there. And actually, we're gonna need... In the meantime, I forgot. I need a wrench. From our tools, a wrench. Start. Do we have any? Yes, we do. There we go. And then I can break this. Basically, what I want to do is I want to have all my power go into there. I'll have that input. What I also probably want to do is, just for my sake, is right there. I'll cut that off. So no more power. No new power is entering the system. All the power is going into here. So you can hold an amount. I don't know how much it is, but it's probably going to turn out to be less than what this holds, I think, actually. Yeah, so I might need a higher tier power cell, which is fine. They are multi-blocks. Oh, yeah, shoot, that went offline. So also, in the meanwhile, I guess I want to do this. Actually, what I could do is I could do something like this. Or still, that's not much better, because no power is going into the system right now, but I could get a better, Oh, you need to be on output. So you're on input, you're on output. Cool. So meanwhile, let's see what we could do. So, there's better power cells. And with a good power cell, we can hold all our power. So power cell, medium is going to need that. How much? I'm not sure how much dimensional we have. We don't have a lot of dimensional shards. We have 400. Okay. So we could look into doing better power cells for sure then. Okay. So, power core. I need that. We have emeralds. So yeah, that's going to be that. Cool. And then high, I don't know what high's going to need. High's not much worse. Could probably actually make a high. If we wanted to. Oh, if we had powers, if we had patterns, that is. Start. I keep on turning on my iron and quartz enriched iron, which is causing issues. What's going on? Oh, yeah, you're slow. You're really slow. I'm gonna give you a lot of power right now, but as long as I get a pattern, I can... Right, yeah, okay, cool. So let me see about getting a power cell of the high variety. Am I gonna have enough resources for that? It looks like I am. So actually, it should just be able to be crafted, like, immediately. It might take a few seconds, but yeah, it's done. Now, how much do you hold? I think you actually might combine with this. Do you? Yeah, they combined. Okay, I think. Input 5,000. So what I could actually do is I can do something like this, where... Yeah, input 312 arithmetic, which is good. So that's actually... That might be actually outputting more than this kind of output, so... Because I just want to store my power over there temporarily. Oh, I think we might actually need to do another... Output, do that, and that should be able to output more now. So also outputting 5,000, which means you should be back up in line. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an upgrade from pipes to actually send more through that at once. So if I do a basic pipe upgrade, that'll upload us to 8. So let's do this tier 2 because I'm not sure exactly how much it does, but it's more than we're currently doing. So if I throw you in there, well, we're doing 8. Okay, so we're doing 8192 now out of this, which might be more than this is capable of transferring, but I want to transfer as much as I can out of here, out of this battery, into one of these batteries, for the sheer reason that this only holds 6.4 million. These hold more in the first place, and also, secondly, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, they break their power when, like, they'll retain their power when broken, so there's also that. But, so then I can kind of reorganize this. I'm not going to need you. I'm not going to need you. I'm not going to need you all. Of course, you guys are going to take a while to break, but I'm not going to need these guys right now either while I'm rewiring my power. So we're trying to rewire our power. Once our power's rewired, I'll be happy, but I want to get power rewired before I'm happy with, you know, letting stuff just go. So I'll be back in a few. Okay, I think this is organized kind of smart. I'm running power for these machines right under here, but I'm really doing most of my main power out that side. We do seem to be gaining power. I'm not using the coal generator right now. We could use it, but I think these are doing pretty good right now. They're going to be empty because, again, we are still kind of in the process of fueling up this guy. But this guy can hold a lot more than everything else could. I just got rid of the other lower tier power cell because, again, I figured that this could do most of what we needed to. So that's where we're at with that. This is organized pretty smartly, though. The rest of my power is coming out over here, right, with the, this does have the upgrade in it. You can see that it has the improved pipe upgrade in it, so it's going to be going out and taking out quite a bit. The rest of it's going down there. I was thinking about having it go down here, but, not even on the elevator, but I think it's pretty good right now. So that's how we're going to deal with this going forward. Now, what I do want to do, though, is I do want to focus on getting more of these Factorium machines up, and even getting upgrades for them. I know I said I was going to be doing Factorium this episode, but I'm kind of like in this weird transitioning state with the power mods and stuff, so it's fine. We're going to get a crusher. Now, I believe a crusher can do almost everything the pulverizer can as well, but I think the pulverizer can do slightly different things as well. So, yeah, it looks like the pulverizer is more so for plant items, which means we're going to definitely want to have a different pulverizer. The grinder looks like it's more so for... Yeah, it looks like they have slightly different uses for each of them. So, of course, there's overlap, but I think, yeah, there's different uses for each of them. So, we're going to want crushing blades. So crushing blades are going to need that, and does that give us... Nope, that doesn't even get us anywhere near. Crushing blade. Start. Give myself another crushing blade. Give myself a crusher. Start. Missing 12 iron. Exactly what we got over here. That's good to hear. Once we get this up and running, though, will be nice for us. Start. Missing 6 iron. I think we might actually have some over here if we're lucky. Yeah. we're scraping the barrel everywhere we can. Can we just make this now? No, we're missing the automation core. Oh, we're missing 4 iron, available 15. Bruh, you gotta be kidding me. What I could do is I could just take a little bit of iron, of our raw iron. I didn't want to do that if I could avoid it, but I could do this. So I could take you, and just give it a little bit of a boost. And I think that's probably enough to do this. Get ourselves the crusher. Start. Crusher. Okay, come on. Start. Please. There we go. I want to throw you right here once we got everything up and running. Actually, what I want to do is I want to get my pipe wrench. And I might want to do this with you. Actually, in the future, I might want to do some... I might want to do this a little bit different in the future, but for now, what I could do is I could just take raw iron, right, and chuck it in there. If I give it a little bit of tick acceleration just to exemplify what we were able to do, you get iron chunks, and now that's going to get pulled back into the system, and for now, that's fine. But ideally, what I like to do is I like to have it going over to here and getting smelted. Now, you're actually kind of slow, and right now, I have this a little bit faster, so... Of course, if I want to iron right now, that's fine, but this is actually ore doubling, as opposed to ore 1 1/3, which that is. So this is actually a better system over here in the end for our ores to get the most out of them. Now, again, it's not necessarily, you know, the best right now, because, again, we want to get upgrades in here. We want to get, like, these enhanced machine cores, which do cost quite a bit in terms of resources. They cost, you know, basic automation cores and quartz resonator, which needs pulsating cores, which needs an alloy smelter, which is... It's a whole process to get there, but I think in the meantime, there are some cheaper upgrades, like the machine efficiency upgrade. We want probably machine speed. Yeah, probably machine speed, which still needs a quartz resonator, which means we're going to need to get an alloy smelter, but these are cheaper in the meanwhile until we get actually up to this point. So that is the goal, but eventually we'd like to get iron chunks to be processed by this here instead of, you know, this over here. This is just our temporary measure because this is much faster than that one. And I'd also like to actually be outputting into this. So we might end up making more of these. Just have, this is a line that I can automatically do with crafters right now. Like, that's probably what it's going to end up turning into. But in the future, I'd like to have it be a line that, you know, and this is draining our power a lot. But in the future, I'd like to have it be a line that I don't have to automatically work on at all. It just kind of happens. So, yeah. And this is just controlled by my crafters, where I have another line somewhere else that's for, you know, it gets automated, everything gets put in, automated, and then pulled back out into the system. So, I gotta think that one through exactly how I want to work on that one right now, because we don't really have a proof of concept for that yet, but it might just be a crusher and a smelter of some kind in the basement. Of course, we want to use this crusher, because this crusher, or maybe not this exact crusher, but the same kind of crusher, because we get the most out of this as opposed to the, what are you, the macerator we have over here. We get a little bit more out of the crusher than we do out of the macerator, so that's what we're going to want to do. It's just the question of where and when. We get technically the same amount out of this grinder, but this grinder requires us to be there right-clicking on it, so it's a little bit more involved. So we gotta figure out a few things here. Because I would like to have a automated kind of line of stuff that we can just default to. So it might not be bad to add certain recipes into here. So do we have those patterns? Yeah, because if I were just... Because I can always delete the patterns, so I can't craft these crushing blades, but I can craft everything else there, so if I were to do that, and if I were to craft, just put crusher in there, right, as a recipe, in theory I should be able to craft a crusher, right? Crusher? Could I? I mean, I'm probably missing a few things. Actually, no, I'm not, but it costs 40 iron to make one crusher. Holy heck. It's a lot of iron, and 90 iron, or copper nuggets. I mean, copper nuggets aren't that bad, but cool. So we want to make a crusher, and we'd also want to make a smelter. So we can also throw this in there, I would assume, right? A smelter, right? And these might be machines that are actually helpful to know how to make for the future. So crusher, I might not have enough iron for another one, but for a smelter, do we have enough? Yeah, I'm missing 28 iron, which is fine. I'm expecting us to get some more iron in the very near future just through this process. It's just that it takes a little bit of time because things are just a little bit slow right now, but soon enough we'll have some more iron. And we'll also have that iron going through here, which isn't a ton, but every once in a while we get a little bit of iron out of there. So once we get enough for a smelter, we can kind of hook some other stuff up. So what we'll do is we'll probably along actually this wall down here in the basement, we'll probably do our automated kind of smelting. So I'll probably hook power down like that, and then I'll just kind of have like a little bit of something like this, but kind of through refined storage instead of through pipes. And I'll be less manual kind of stuff. It'll be way more automated. But for now, this is a good start. I'm just waiting for resources to get processed now so I can make other machines from this mod. Or go forward and go and do stuff in my basement with the cool automation. So I'll be back in a little bit and I'll do one or the either or both of those. Okay, we just made the advanced exporter. It's just an exporter with a little bit of extra around it. Because we're going to actually end up going down here. We're going to take our advanced exporter. What I actually want to probably do is I want to actually get some pipes. I had to disconnect that because power gen was going a little bad. I actually had to make a quick fix up here. I actually reinstalled the whatchamacallit, this guy. I have him covered up because he looks kind of ugly when he's sitting out in the open, but he's there. So what I can do is I can throw you back down there. We're getting power in here. I want to throw an exporter on you like that. This is 2 rows of stuff, and the reason why we want 2 rows is because we have a lot of stuff that's got to get processed through here. So everything that's Factorium, everything's vanilla, and everything else that fits in here, we want to get in here, right? So we're going to want to take you, your vanilla, and your vanilla, right? We're going to want to export those 3 in particular, for sure. Right? The other things we're going to want to make sure that we can export into here are going to be Factorium ore. So you're a Factorium ore, 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 and you are a Factorium ore. Okay, cool. So we already know we're going to need a few more lines. So now, can zinc go in here? It looks like, yes, it can. So we probably want to throw zinc in here as well. I think that's everything that we actually can throw in there right now. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to do sides configuration. We're going to actually want to set the right to push the top of the pool. Of course, we're going to want to pull out of that. And eventually we're going to push into a smelter or something we have right here. And that's going to send back into the system by the import I have in my inventory. So this is the plan and the course of action we're going to be taking. We're going to actually get a smelter of some kind now. The smelter, actually. Right, if we can craft it, that is. So we can actually make a smelter right now. Right, I believe we have enough iron. Yeah, we have enough iron to do a smelter. Once we get it, we'll chuck it on down there, and we'll be happy, but... Okay, so yeah, there's our smelter. And what we do is we want to actually probably just do a little bit of reorganizing down here first. I probably didn't want to do that. And we don't get our cover back for some odd reason. So, cover... This is fine. And I just want cables. That's what I actually wanted to go down here and get. So we want to do is we want to do that. We don't want to do that, but it's fine enough for now. Yeah, so we want to do is we want to take you, cover you back up. I want to take this. Actually, I want to go down 1 block. I want to throw you there. And this means that we can basically pull out of this, right? So what we'll do is of course you're getting pulled into, but I want to pull from you, push to the bottom, so everything that gets output goes to the bottom. And as you can see in a second here, this gets all smelted up, piece of copper comes out there, gets pulled out, thrown into the system. Now that's amazing, right? That's some pure ingenious automation right there. Of course I want to cover that up in the near future, but this is good. So we'll have all this kind of processing. It's always on. We're going to upgrade them, of course, at some point, but it's just, we're a few steps off of that. So I don't really need the crusher or the smelter anymore, but I'm going to get the grinder and the pulverizer for sure, as well as the alloy smelter, the extruder, and the mixer. But these are just, this is our actual line here that's going to be doing our ore doubling when it can, whereas this up here, it's going to be crafters and stuff. In the long run, of course, we're going to upgrade this crafter to probably something better than just having 9 slots and stuff, but this is just temporary. Of course, like, one recipe I know we're missing is for silicon. Right, so silicon's going to need a nice little recipe in there. Although there is another way of getting silicon in the pack, which I'm going to look into before long. So, okay, cool. So I think, what are we looking like in terms of iron? We have 110. We could probably make a few more of these machines. Just that they kind of suck to make. Grinding blades are going to require bronze. Although I think we can do... I think we do have some bronze left over from... Yeah, I think I could do this. Yeah, and then, well, I don't know if we have enough bronze for bronze rods. Yeah, it's, what's the other bronze rod? What's this one? Nah, it makes that one, and then we're out of bronze. Easiest way of getting bronze is probably a casting table of bronze ingots, or if we do it this way, it's through the smelter of dust, or there's probably another bronze. Yeah, bronze here through the alloy smelter, which is not a terrible option, but we need to get an alloy smelter then, which actually we can do pretty easily. We're just missing some copper plates, which I can actually kind of do with ease, but as long as I can take copper and go through it in the smeltery. So yeah, I'll be right back in a second then. Okay, we got our copper plates. So again, we're gonna need the alloy smelter, right? I guess if we do that, start, it should probably do everything. In the meanwhile, I want to make just a cast chest quick, using up my spare ingot cast I just made. And I want to throw this out here because this is getting kind of annoying every time I come out here. Not to have to grab the cast from inside the thing. So cool. That is a nice little thing going on right there. So okay, yeah. Again, we were looking for the alloy smelter. Is it done? Yes, it is done. So now what I could do is I can take you. I guess we're gonna need to actually get an extra pipe down there. Pipe. And we'll do something like this. Do that. Do this. I'm gonna actually get our wrench out. Gonna do that, so you can extract from there. And now if I were to take copper and tin, which I'm not sure how much copper, well I know we have a lot of copper, but I'm not sure how much tin we have available. Tin. Oh, we have a good amount of tin available. So it's 3 copper to 1 tin, so if I do, I guess if I remove you like that and do boom and boom, if I were to take these 3 and that one, right? If I were to do this to this, we should get like a stack of stack of bronze out. We'll see here in a second. We get 4 bronze and it should be extracted all quickly. Yep, that's all extracted. Cool. Nice. Which means now we can get that other one. So grinder. All we're waiting for is the bronze rods. Cool, so we do that. Get our grinding blades. And now it looks like if we were to do start, and just press that, hey, we got ourselves a grinder now. So that's right after the pulverizer in terms of in the line of we need here from Factorium. So I believe if I were to do that, do you have a thing on you? No, you don't. Okay, so you have to be actually clicked after the machine gets connected. Got it. Then after the grinder would come the pulverizer. The pulverizer is going to be a little bit more... Yeah, okay, so it's going to need steel. I think we have just enough steel for this. If not, just under enough steel. Steel, can we do this the cheap way or do we do this the expensive way? Okay, I think we do this the expensive way, which is saddening. Yeah, 2 steel gears that way. And then, oh, that's going to need diamond dust. And you. Holy heck. So, okay. That's fine. Diamond dust. How do we get diamond dust? Probably anywhere, any 12 diamonds for this. Holy heck. Uses. Grinder. Yeah, looks like just the grinder. Well. Let's let it go, I guess, then, and we'll be back in a little bit then so we can make this other machine. Okay, we have these 5 machines here, right? And then I realized that these machines, right, the extruder is going to have like 5 different, if we look at all the dies it has, it's going to have like 5 different outputs, or 5 different kind of dies that go in, and we can't replace the die every time we want to change the recipe. So we're going to need actually like 5 different extruders that each have their own die in them, which means it's going to be infeasible to even fit the last machine here on the wall now, which is going to need liquids and solids for whatever it wants to deal with. So I think what's the best thing to do going forward is that maybe these guys shouldn't belong on this wall, and just maybe let them move downstairs where we're gonna have all all this stuff and just do them along this wall instead. As much as that sounds kind of stupid in retrospect, I think it's actually our smartest idea, because these are gonna cause issues if we try to put them all along this wall. It's not it's not a question if it's going of if it's going to. It's definitely going to, which means that well, this is fine right now. But again, we also have other machines we want to probably use that run off of that kind of power system instead of that power system. So yeah, we're definitely gonna want to do something where this is a little bit smarter setup because this is pretty smart setup, but it's gonna get kind of bad, kind of fast if we're not really smart about it. So I think we're gonna kind of cut ourselves off here on these machines, and we'll come back to Factorium at a later date. But for now, our ore processing is going strong and it's going good. We're getting a lot of ore out of this, and that's very nice. That's what we need right now. We need more iron, and this is just a way of us getting some iron quickly and getting more of it. Well, I guess not really fast right now. We would like to upgrade it, and there is ways to upgrade it through Factorium. We would like to get those higher tier upgrades. These enhanced machine cores, I guess you can call them, but they're gonna take a little bit to get to. And we're also out of recipe space here, so we're gonna have to look into getting another crafter or a better crafter. One of the two of those, but I think this is a pretty good place to end the episode. We've gone actually pretty far into this mod, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, guys, like, subscribe, comment, do all that cool stuff, and I am out. Bye, guys!